Hello, fellow humans. Edelbrack Smith here with a quick news update. It's not every day that a filthy human is able to surprise me, a fully normal human being. But NVIDIA have done it by announcing that it is switching Geforce Now to a publisher opt-in model. What does that mean? Well, currently the way Geforce Now gets games is one of the reasons for high-profile game departures like Grand Theft Auto. The Geforce Now team adds support for games sort of at will, without really asking. They just do whatever they like. If a publisher decides that they don't want their games on the service, they can tell NVIDIA to remove them, and that's how Geforce Now lost so many games since leaving beta. I would imagine that the idea was that it wouldn't be a big deal. They had gotten some publisher approvals, and there would likely only be a small number of publishers that wanted to pull their games. Sadly, that didn't turn out to be the case, and the service began bleeding games at an alarming rate. That's not exactly NVIDIA's fault, but if someone buys a game on Steam that their computer couldn't normally run, specifically because it can run on Geforce Now, well, that sucks big time if support for that game is suddenly removed, especially if they don't know if it'll ever come back. So, NVIDIA is moving Geforce Now to a publisher opt-in model, meaning that they won't add support for a game to the service unless the publisher has given them explicit permission. In a sane world, adding support for games, doing all the work to ensure it runs, that shouldn't be something NVIDIA would have to worry about. But we don't live in that perfect world. Plus, publishers rightfully want to control what is done with their games. Still, if Shadow can get away with it, Geforce Now is essentially the same thing as far as gaming goes. I know there are differences, but at the end of the day, I'm playing my games on a machine in a data center somewhere, not in my home. Well, what can you do? All this means a few major things for Geforce Now. Firstly, they aren't going to be getting games onto the service as fast as they have in the past, at least while they build up their list of opted-in publishers. Secondly, they are about to lose nearly 100 games in a single day, and there are some painful ones there. Why are they losing these games? Because the publishers have yet to come to an agreement with NVIDIA. So that when the opt-in switch is flipped on May 31st, just 4 days from the day that I'm writing this, nearly 100 games will disappear from the service in a single final bleeding out. That's what this change is about, really. It's a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. There are headlines constantly. Hell, the thumbnail for this video is probably about how Geforce Now is losing games. It's not good for the reputation of the service, and it is terrible for customers who never know if a game they buy will be available tomorrow, let alone next month. This change means that there will be one final, massive loss of games, one final headline decrying the death of Geforce Now, and then blessed stability. They'll have guaranteed games from publishers who understand what the service is and are happy to be there. Customers should be able to buy games that they can only run on Geforce Now. Say they've got a Mac and they want to play some Windows games. That's one of the great things about the service. So ultimately, I think this is a fantastic, if surprising, decision by NVIDIA. They've got nearly 2,000 games guaranteed on the service already, which is still far more than competitors. Still, some of the games that are leaving are pretty painful to me. Games like Guild Wars 2, Albion Online, Darkest Dungeon, which is one of my favorite games of all time, Sonic Mania, Total War 3 Kingdoms, and much more. Some of them may come to agreements before long. I mean, I can't imagine ArenaNet are planning on porting Guild Wars 2 to mobile anytime soon, so being on Geforce Now seems like a win for them. I'll leave a link to the full list in the description below. This may be painful, but it is a positive, necessary step forward for Geforce Now. The service has many games, but it needed stability, which this will provide. Build customer confidence, then build up your library of games even more. Remember, if you build it, something filthy humans. Alright, that's it for this breaking news. Like the video whether you liked it or not, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on news, reviews, and all things cloud gaming. Edelbrack Smith, signing off.